Alright, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for tuning in. Show love to the channel, like, share, subscribe. For this video, I'm gonna give you guys what I believe are the 3 most difficult things that you may experience, that I experienced when I went through the Camden County Police Academy. Like, share, subscribe, baby, let's go. But before I continue, please keep in mind, this is my experience. This is what I went through. Some of you guys may have gone through a 6-month academy. Some of you may have had to stay overnight in the academy. What I went through may be different from you, so feel free to give your experiences and share your experiences in the comments. That way everybody can see. So the first thing I want to talk about on my list, it's not going to be in any particular order, but the first thing I want to talk about is it's a 2-for-1 special. I'm going to talk about the physical stress and the mental stress that you're going to deal with, or that I dealt with going through the police academy. Talked to you guys before. I said my academy started the first week of January. It was dead winter. It was freezing out. There were many times leading up to my first day and even throughout the academy, plenty of times where I would wake up at 3 in the morning, 2:45. I would look outside. I would hear the wind. I would see the frost on the windshield. And I would just tell myself, like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna get back in bed. I'm gonna get warm. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm not about to go to the academy. I'm not about to go run, and I'm not about to go get yelled at. I'm not about to. It's too cold for all of that. I'm not built for it. Ended up doing it anyway. There's plenty of times that you're gonna have moments where you just don't feel like going. You don't feel like doing it. Even when you do get there, maybe your body is kind of a little too sore this time. You're gonna tell yourself, like, I don't want to work out. It's gonna happen. Like, you're gonna have that mental, like, I don't want to keep coming here. I don't want to keep getting yelled at. I don't want to keep getting. It's part of the game. It's part of the game that you're gonna have to kind of compartmentalize and just understand that it's temporary. You're gonna get through your 3, 4, 5, 6 months or whatever, and then keep it moving. But that is something that you're gonna have to deal with. Along with the mental, you got the physical stuff. Now, keep in mind, when I talk about PT, in the old videos, when I give you guys advice about PT, I said, don't worry about, bulking up. Don't worry about putting on mass and bodybuilding and weightlifting, because all that shit is going to be gone during the academy. All the calisthenics and all the sprints and all the burpees and all the push-ups and all the dips and all the sit-ups and all the whatever you're gonna be doing, you're gonna lose weight. That's pretty much what I'm saying. You're gonna lose weight. Fortunately for me, I've kind of always stayed around the same weight. Even during the academy, I told you I got through with my sandwiches. My sandwiches helped me get through and everything, but I never, my weight never really fluctuates. Like, I never get too big and I never really get too small or whatever. Like, so I was lucky. But there are people who they don't have the same body type. They don't have the same genes. So you're gonna lose a lot of weight. You're gonna have to be prepared for that. Along with the physical stuff, you're gonna be working out every day. When I give you guys advice about the academy and the PT, I said before, one thing I wish I did more was stretch, take care of my body, eat better, drink water, just do certain little things, because we worked out 6 days a week. That one day is not really a recovery day, because you're spending everything, or I spent my whole day pretty much getting ready for the next week. That one day off I had. So whether it was getting my uniforms together, getting my clothes together, getting my food together, polishing my shoes, I gotta cut my hair, making sure my binder was together, making sure my homework, making sure everything was on point for the next, because during the week you don't really have time. You gotta make sure, you gotta be on a real schedule. So, you gotta take care of your body. The final PT test that we had to do, my shins were on fire. I could barely walk. Shin splints were crazy. My knees hurt. My fucking ankles hurt. It's a lot. So you got to be prepared for that. That's going to be something difficult if that's something that you're not used to. Also, I'm going to just say this because it happened to me. You're not always going to get hurt on PT. You may get hurt doing a drill in the classroom. We're doing like a scenario or a role play or something like that. For example, we were doing scenarios where instructors were conducting situations, and we would have to come in, whether it was like a motor vehicle stop, or we were doing a role play of a domestic or whatever. And there was this one time where the instructors were reenacting an assault taking place. You know, I was the police officer on duty. I was supposed to just be walking down the street, whatever. I turn the corner and I see somebody getting beat up. That was the scenario, right? So I'm walking, there's normal shit. Turn the corner, I see my instructor. Dude's a big dude, man. Like, he was like a big, like 250, and he's, you know, he's on top of another recruit, acting like he's beating him up or whatever. And I charge after him. I try to tackle him. I get him. I felt this pop in my knee that I felt for like the next 2 years, man. I don't know what the fuck I did. I don't know, but every time I would run, every time I would get up, I would feel something. I would be like, ooh, I know where that came from. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt, but you just gotta take care of yourself. And I don't want anybody to get hurt to the point where you may have to leave the academy, or you may have to, you know, but it's gonna happen. That's just the reality of it. It's the nature of the beast, man. You're gonna push your body. It's difficult. That's why it's on this list. Now, the second thing on my list is gonna be about test taking. I said before in the past, I was never a good test taker. Never. Even in elementary school, middle school, high school, I'd take a math test, 2 + 2, 4 + 4. I need a calculator just to reassure that I'm not tripping. That nothing changed overnight from before. I need to make sure. It's a mental thing. You know, sometimes I may psych myself out, I may overthink, I may study or overstudy, but you know, you gotta really pay attention to the material they give you. No matter what instructors say to you, no matter how loud they get when they yell at you, their job is not to fail you. Their job is not to make you fail out the academy, or, you know, because it's going to reflect on them. Yeah, in the early stages, they want to get out the people who have no interest, and they want to weed out the weak people or whatever, and things like that. But once you get your set people and your set class and the things, they don't want to get rid of anybody. So they're going to give you the information. They're going to tell you what you need to know. You just have to find out your study habits. You got to find out what works best for you. But you need to make sure that you pass your test, because there are going to be mandatory tests that you're going to have to take to graduate from the academy. And it's not just tests that you're going to be taking in the classroom. You're going to have to pass your EVOC, the driving course. You're going to have to pass the shooting range. So it's not just schoolwork stuff. But for the schoolwork stuff, the 2C, the use of force, the Title 39, the other major tests that you're going to have to pass, figure something out. You don't got to be the greatest test taker. You don't have to worry about getting the academic fucking award for the like, you don't stress yourself out about that. Just learn what you need to learn and pass the damn test. Now, the third thing, I think, like, I honestly feel like being patient is something that's very difficult for people in the academy. Whether, you know, you try to rush it, or you think that, you know, you completed your first month, so you may have a little ego. You're out in public, like, oh, just calm down. Just calm down. Be patient. You don't want to rush it. You're gonna have to be patient not only with yourself. You're gonna have to be patient with your classmates, and hope that everybody's on the same page every day. And no matter how much you hope that everybody's on the same page every day, somebody's gonna mess it up for you guys. So you're gonna have to deal with that. It's a journey. It's a process, man. It's a journey, and you can't rush it. You can't force it. Everything's gonna happen. If you study how you're supposed to study, if you work out and train how you're supposed to train, if you stay out of the way and just ignore drama and bullshit and all the clown stuff, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like, but it's just preparing yourself for it. Just understanding what's going to come. And you know, those are probably the three things that I took from my experience in the police academy. Is like, You gotta be patient. You're gonna have to be a decent test taker and pass your test. And be prepared for the mental grind, the physical grind, because it's gonna happen. You have to embrace the suck. You're gonna hear that a lot. If I missed anything, if you yourself went through a police academy, not necessarily the same one I went through, but if you went through your own, hey man, drop a comment, let people know what you went through, what they may expect. It's a happy place, man. A positive space for everybody. I appreciate everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace.